Hi everyone, this is Rosaura Carbajal, and this is my PowerPoint presentation on social and emotional learning. Introduction. Why is teaching social and emotional skills from an early age crucial to children's learning and environment? Creating meaningful connections through social and emotional learning will help children acquire these crucial skills to succeed through their adult life. So here I have included an image of a happy girl. So her she learns through her environment, and through her environment she puts the SEL skills, social and emotional learning, into practice. SEL is composed by 5 topics. So we have self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, responsible decision making. Moving on to the relevance of the research. So, the relevance of this topic to me as an educator is to increase the awareness of the great impact that SEL has had on many children. Here, this is a chart that I have included from CASEL. So, CASEL is an organization that their research is based on social and emotional learning. So in this chart, this is some of the data that they have collected. The green part, well, the whole thing is very positive. So starting with the green part, they show the increase of social and emotional skills, improved attitudes about self and others in school, increase in positive classroom behavior, 11 percentile point gain on standardized achievement tests. So this is some of the data that they have gotten when some of the schools have started to implement SEL into their curriculum. Now, the right portion is the reduction. So we have reduction in conduct problems, reduction in aggressive behavior, and reduction in emotional distress. Now, moving on to my first point on my research paper is building meaningful relationships and connections with children. So, during a tech talk by Rita Pearson, she mentioned a quote by James Comer that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. And this is such an essential and crucial part for an educator to understand that first that relationship has to be created with the child in order to gain their trust and for them to be confident enough to explore their surroundings, the classroom and environment, and start to make connections and associations with their peers. So it is vital to understand that promoting positive relationships with children is the first part for them to create and practice their social and emotional skills. Through these relationships, children can acknowledge their feelings and emotions. It is essential for children to accept others' feelings, and they can also create a sense for self esteem and self regulation. The second point from my research paper is what social and emotional skills are and major benefits. So, defining social and emotional learning. So, it is the process through which children and adults understand and feel and manage emotions, set and achieve positive goals, feel and show empathy for others, establish and maintain positive relationships, and make responsible decisions. This is the definition from SEL from the website CASEL. Um, One of the quotes that CASEL has in their philosophy in the website is that learning is magical, and through SEL we can create conditions that allow kids to access that magic. Here I have also included a wheel, and this wheel is used by educators when they're infusing SEL into their curriculum. So again, we see the 5 components of what and how SEL is based upon on. So we have self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision making. And then we can see the outer part, the blue, and this is the environment factors too. So we have the SEL curriculum and instruction classrooms. Then we move along to schools and the school wide practices with policies. Then we move on to the family community partnerships, homes and communities. So all of those, they build up their environment where children start to learn the skills and put the skills into practice. My third point is how SEL can also be taught academically but not as a separate subject. So social and emotional skills come up all the time at recess, in group work, in math class. Be intentional about identifying opportunities to practice skills with your students. This is a really important component for educators to be intentional and observe and know which areas the children needs those skills the most. So that's how you can start building up your curriculum with SEL. So the significance of being intentional and the way to do this is by infusing SEL as role playing or modeling when a conflict between two children arises. How can children solve the conflict together? Children need to understand that together they can solve the conflict. Also, they can think of different ways of how to help the other person feel better. It is important for teachers to model and communicate effectively on how to promote the skills so children can practice them. My counter argument is, on the other hand, perhaps some parents and educators may think or say that academics have a major influence or are a more important factor when it comes to their children's learning. What's truly important here is that SEL is important here that for children. It is really important for children to learn at school those skills. Children need the SEL skills. Long-term studies have shown that social and emotional learning is more important than academic learning to a student's success, academically and in life. An alternate solution to the opponent's argument. This is some data collected from the Choose Love movement created by Scarlett Lewis with a collaboration of many professionals in the field, teachers, psychologists, social workers, and much more. So some of the data that they have recorded after implementing SEL in schools is 11% improvement in academic performance, which includes higher grades, test scores, 22% improvement in SEL skills, better classroom and school climate, increased positive relationships and connections, less stress and anxiety, less behavioral issues, and less bullying. Many schools beginning from preschool and ending through high school are using this enrichment program, even worldwide, because of the proven benefits and results. With all this being considered, the benefits of SEL are such a fundamental aspect for the growth and well being for all children, and it must be taken into account that it is a powerful concept that needs to be taught. So, Scarlett Lewis, she is when she gives her speeches and she talks about her organization, it is very inspirational because of how she started and the reason why she started the organization after losing her child, Jessie Lewis, at the Sandy Hook shooting. She went through this whole process of grief, forgiveness, acceptance, and understanding that the shooter, he didn't have those skills. he wasn't able to cope with his own feelings and emotions, and he was neglected for years. So she found on her kitchen chalkboard that her son Jesse Lewis had written three words: nurture, love, forgiveness. And based on those three words, she started this whole organization called the Choose Love Movement, and she promotes this even worldwide. Her curriculum is for free. There's free programs for educators and trainings on this whole topic of SEL, and she is serving many schools with a great purpose, and many schools have started to benefit from her curriculum, which is free. Conclusion. So it is fundamental, the social and emotional skills in children's development, essential for us to expand and share the magic of meaningful connections. Relationships are a key component with children, their peers, and their families. It will be a stronger bond. Taught by creating valuable and meaningful interactions, leaves a legacy that never disappears. It serves as a guide to success and in their adult lives. So here I have included an image from Rita Pearson, and it's all based on one of her TED Talks about every child needs a champion in their lives. So here I have one of the quotes that I included earlier about James Comer, that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. I like this other quote about human connection is a key. Teaching and learning should bring joy. And she just definitely, throughout her TED Talk, shares her experiences, school reforms, and how she was able to leave a legacy of relationships that could never disappear. My reflection on the research paper. Social and emotional learning are significant components when it comes to the development of children's learning. It is important in many areas of education, and it covers many standards such as cognitive, physical, science, math, literature, language, social sciences, and much more. The skills that they learn and they put in practice within their peers and dealing with stressful situations sometimes, and sometimes the adults demand so much from them that those emotions can be triggered. Managing emotions and being socially appropriate, when not taught at home, it becomes a really a priority and a responsibility for educators, professionals who work in the schools to step in and help children gain the knowledge and the skills to succeed in school and up through their adult life. Reflection on the course. In the past, I have written many research papers, but they never really involved the significant amount of work and the effort and information required in order to build up the research paper. It was an excellent learning experience. Every week was a component upon which the next week's work was built. I really found to be so fundamental and important the book Foundations of Academic Success, Words of Wisdom. It was a great motivator for me every week and for my future courses, my career, and life. I'm grateful for the feedback and support provided every week from my peers. Professor Gretchen, thank you. All the support, feedback, it was critical for me in order to learn and apply it to every week's discussion, and it definitely allowed me to acquire a great amount of skills that I will definitely take with me and apply it into many other courses and in my career. Thank you. Here I have included the works cited from the research paper. And this is the works cited for the images that I used throughout the PowerPoint. Once again, thank you very much. This course was a great learning experience. Thanks.